to another episode of SD Gundam and G Generation Eternal. I'm bringing Stabbity, the stabbiest Stabbity that ever stabbity'd, once again doing a very late night stream. So late, in fact, that we didn't even start until after midnight. That is kind of terrible. Let's go get the Force download. And actually, speaking of it not starting until after midnight, hey, Mystic Blade Works, hello, how go things for ya? So yeah, the really bad thing about taking so long is I made an oopsie. We forgot our second character request. Kinda stinks. Oh well, it happens. I've been on a good streak of making sure we get every single person, or every single character request, but oh well. Let's hop on in, we'll take care of it in a moment. There we are. So, at work, figures. You always seem to be at work when we're doing this stuff. So yeah, where we stand, oh yeah, let's hop into the event, I guess. That's where we can do some stuff. We got almost 10,000 tickets we can burn through. So let's burn through them, because we got a bunch of medals to grab at the end, and then we can do some whatchamacallit. We got news to read, we got medal assembly to pull, so lots and lots of stuff to do. Execute. Let's see how things go. Yeah, so many skips. I know I've said it before, but it's just the menus. If the menus went by faster, this would be less of a slog. But yeah, anyway, the plan today, we are going to get started on a Unicorn. We got everything we can do with Gundam X. We just need to grind it out and get more development material, technically the actual technical journals, because development material is plentiful. Just we need the journals for each of the respective SSRs we need to develop. Yeah, aside from that, things are pretty good. Skip 41 more. All right. Decent progress already. 39. Yeah, it's funny how sometimes they appear like every 1, every 2, and sometimes you go 30 without a single secret boss showing up. It's weird. But still, we've used up about 3/4 of the tickets we had. Alright, down to 2,000. That's 80% of the tickets used. Wow, I got 50. That means literally it was a single skip. We skipped 1. Now we're skipping 2. Our gamer, hello! Hello to my very late night stream. As we just keep pulling on X Astray, and we'll be done with X Astray at long last. Yeah, most likely we'll skip Age, G1, and G2. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the back burner unless there are panel missions related to it, in which case, obviously, I'll have to do it. Okay, there we go. That's everything. Now we got 7,000 to pull. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, current pull status. We just need to grab another 400 roughly on that. That'll take us down to 5,000. 15 stream watch streak. Very nice, Mystic. Not that Age G3 is any better either. True. But Age G4 at least has a genocider flit. I'll do the stages for content and gems for anniversary in April. That makes sense. Yeah. Like I said, if panel missions, then I'll do them. If no panel missions, then it's gonna be delayed until I'm done with every other story stage. Because sadly, Age was not a good entry. Alright, there we are. That is everything taken care of. Reset rewards. And let's close out of here. Current poll status. Alright, we're done. We have reached 7+. Which does mean we can backtrack, go to missions, grab our dailies, but most importantly, grab our literal final mission. And with that, all missions are complete. Yay! And now literally we just grind and get this stuff. Because why not? Ooh. But yeah, our gamer, what you been up to? How go things? Hopefully not as crazy as my life was today. Tired? Oh man, I feel you. I feel you so much. Still, I'm hoping we can at least get maybe 2 episodes recorded tonight. Even then, that'll keep me up until after 2 a.m. and then I still gotta upload stuff, but yeah, not a fan of Age in general, even though I know the plot beats. Yeah, I definitely want to say Age is one of the things that kind of got me, I don't want to say out of Gundam, although I guess technically now, I mean, it'd be more accurate to call me a legacy fan. Not gonna lie, Age's mobile suits on the Earth side is way too weak in terms of their loadout. Yes. You know, with their piddly little heat spike. That's just embarrassing. Alright, and we should have just one more after this. Yep. Last one. Flit was basically genocide the Vegans after his Lala Piss. Yeah, Lala Piss. Hell, Leo from Wayne can beat them. Yeah, he can. I don't want anyone besmirching the good name of Leo. That is the Lala named Piss. I mean urine, I mean urine. Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. But yeah, Age is definitely... so I never finished Age. And then I watched... IBO after that and got to almost the end and stopped watching there. And from that point, I have not watched any Gundam that's newer than that. Genoace is the worst mass production MS. Yes. All right, let's get some notices. I'm sure we got interesting notices. So yeah, Age main stages will be added on the 28th. Okay. I did not want to close that. We have the mobile suit campaign. We get free diamonds for the new stages. Hooray. Bug reports, unit featured assembly, and Master League. Okay. That's everything. We got some gifts we can grab though. Character upgrade, diamonds from all the login bonuses, couple of captures. Nothing special. Boom. Close that out. And yes, missions. Cumulative. Reached rank 2, 3, and 4 for Karis Nautilus. Yoink. Alright, character requests we'll worry about later. Panel missions, we have literally just clear an expert stage, which we still haven't gotten around to doing. Aid tried to do a remake of Gramps Zeta and Double Zeta in one season. Yes. Think Azaku 1 could beat Ogino Ace. I think so too. Might as well toss out the thing called the heat stick and fight with the weak butt beam gun that's probably weaker than the beam spray gun. More like Gramps than 90s than 2000s. I mean, the Gundams themselves were very, very clearly modeled off of Gramps, Zeta, and Double Zeta. I mean, you can't get away from that. And then season 4 definitely had like modern bits and everything. But yeah, I don't want to call it season 4, but core 4, yeah, because it was 4 cores. Yeah, not gonna mess with that there. Let's just go to stage. Season underway. Yeah, I regressed a little. I was playing a bit with it. I got to 175, but I've since fallen down to 159. Kinda lame. Fortunately, it just saves your top scores, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, let's hit main stage. Time at long last to begin. Gundam Unicorn. Oh, the Pro Tags. Yes, the Pro Tags definitely have that 80s, 90s, and 2000s feel. But the Gundams themselves are very clearly Gramps, Zeta, and Double Zeta. Let us begin. Day of the Unicorn. How many stages are we looking? Not bad. Just 10 stages. I can definitely appreciate that. Sortie preparations. Alright, we'll have a decent chunk of our remaining characters taken out. Oh, I never grabbed Lancer or Dowell. Glad we can correct that mistake right here. Flit represents early UC, Asem represents late UC, and Kyo is literally Seed. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Unicorn is just gonna take out a huge chunk of our missing scouts. One of you is definitely Unicorn. You. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn gets 18% bonus. Perfect. Oh, yeah, maybe not all the way to 90, but say to 80. That's reasonable. Yeah, the MS building for Unicorn is a pain in the butt because you need a lot of manuals. That's what I heard. Just to make one unit, you can need up to 100 plus UC manuals to make it. Ugh. Yeah, I've been hearing everyone bitching hard about it. But yeah, let's go batch formation, see what my team is. It's obviously gonna be Unicorn with Banana. And aside from that, I guess, we do the simple solution, switch back to combat power. Yeah, the Bjarland custom. No surprises there. Now the question is, do we go with Angelo? Or do we go with Daguza? Well, let's select that. Your weapons are obviously just going to be a bunch of beam ranged, though, right? Oh, that's beam set. Yeah, but your best attacks are ranged. Range. So whichever one of you has better range. Or whoever has the appropriate type. We're going with Angelo. You're an attack type, put it in the attack type. For the full dev line. Yes, for the full dev line. Like, if you just want to do a bulk development. But that makes it clear. Formation, we are grabbing this team. Call up. We're taking our one-shot kill team, not our new type team, because we just lost one of our new type pilots. Although, 18% for all Unicorn versus 30% for all new types. That's actually tempting once we get enough units, but no. We'll stick it like this for now. Let's roll. But yeah, I was recording some Data Live Spirit Echoes earlier today after work. It was annoying because I just missed getting one of the CGs because the event ended like 2 seconds before I could collect it. Citizens of Earth and space, greetings. I am the Prime Minister of the Youth Federation government, Ricardo Marcenas. In a matter of moments, the era of Anno Domini will enter history, and we will step into the unknown world of the Universal Century. First of all, I would like to acknowledge what an honor it is to be able to address people of all races and creeds on this momentous occasion. It is the last night of the Anno Domini era. Nope! Incorrect! It is always in the year of our Lord. On this eve, humanity bids farewell to the proclaimed era of God and ushers in a new era, the Universal Century. Plagued by numerous social issues such as a population crisis, humanity leaves Earth in search of a new home in space. However, this new dawn is marked by tragedy. Marked by tragedy. I cannot read today. January 1st, UC0001. With the calendar change, terrorists bombed the space station Laplace, in which the Prime Minister of the Earth Federation government's residence is located, blowing it to smithereens. This event would later go down in history as the Laplace incident, and the first case of astro-terrorism, and a bloody start to the Universal Century. You know, at a certain point you should just be like, you know what? Let's backtrack. We can backtrack, try this all over again, and just do it from the start. Not worry about this. Maybe pick a different name, skip Universal Century. Well, let's just go, in another decade, we can switch to the Space Century timeline. The criminals behind the terrorist attack share Laplace's fate when their vessel explodes, leaving the truth of the incident forever shrouded in mystery. However, there is one survivor, Siam Vist, a destitute boy who took part in the attack for money. As he floats in space, he happens to come into possession of an object from the wreckage of Laplace. An object that would come to be known as Laplace's box. Uh-oh. It's a monolith. It's a monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey. For the next 100-odd years, Laplace's box remains dormant in Siam's possession, under orders not to open it. And at this point, few know of what it is, the secret it holds, or even its existence. It is currently UC0096, 3 years after the end of the Second Neo-Zeon War, also known as Char's Rebellion, Laplace's box begins to stir from its dormant state. Oh, hey. On the playback, you can actually see Universal Century written on the box, and a little bit of the charter. I was not able to see that on my phone. Apparently, it was just a little bit too dark. Side 4's manufacturing colony, Industrial 7. There, Banana Lynx, fine Banagher Lynx, leads a normal life as a student at Anaheim Electronics Industrial College, despite feeling out of place with his surroundings. On one day, he catches sight of a mobile suit flying across space. Like a meteor, the mobile suit of pure white soars off into the far reaches of space, leaving Banagher awestruck. The mobile suit, the RX-0, is being test-piloted by Cardias Vist, Siam's grandson and second head of the Vist Foundation. At his mansion, situated in Industrial 7, Cardias makes preparations to hand over Laplace's box to the Neo-Zeon remnants called Sleeves, an act he believes to be in accordance with Siam's intentions. The RX-0 is vital to furthering this plan. This concludes all testing for the RX-0. The testing OS must be completely deleted. Seal the NTD and launch the Laplace program. In order to receive Laplace's box, the Sleeves arrive at the colony in the Garanciera space freighter. As the crew members make preparations for the exchange, a lone girl sneaks out of the freighter. She chooses to take independent action in the hopes of fulfilling a precise goal. But as luck would have it, she falls down a shaft into the colony. Sensing the peril she faces, Banagher quickly springs into action. He takes control of a petite mobile suit and rushes to save her. I can't die here. It's far too soon. Huh? Quick, your hand! The joys of a new type. You always have a communicator on hand. The girl Banagher saves introduces herself as Audrey Byrne. Sounds almost like Audrey Hepburn. Then requests assistance from him. Are you a local? I'm in a hurry, so could you please help me get to the colony builder's entrance? Please, it's urgent. There's someone I must speak with. If we don't act quickly, something terrible will happen. We must act now to prevent it. To prevent what exactly? A war. To prevent a war. Banagher, swayed by those words, decides to take her to the Vist Foundation mansion. They arrive at the mansion. Although Banagher has supposedly never set foot in the place, he cannot help but get a sense of déjà vu. My only wish. You can read that. What's going on? I remember this. I've seen this tapestry before. The reason for which Banagher experiences déjà vu is that he once had a close connection with the Vist Foundation. However, as Banagher was too young at the time, he is unable to clearly recall any of this, even as Cardaeus comes into view. Audrey declares to Cardaeus that although she may be one of the sleeves, she has come independently to convince him to reconsider the decision to hand over Laplace's box. She continues, saying that while the true nature of Laplace's box remains a mystery, it is clear that it is a matter of paramount importance to the Earth Federation governments. Audrey fears that war would break out once again should it be passed into the hands of Full Frontal, leader of the Sleeves, and the man known as the Second Coming of Char. Lastly, unable to fathom what the Vist Foundation seeks to accomplish by relinquishing the Laplace's box, the lifeline which has ensured the Foundation's very prosperity, she has come to ask the question directly. On the other hand, the exchange of Laplace's box is a matter that Martha Vist Carbine, the de facto chief of Anaheim Electronics Co., cannot afford to overlook. She did not wish to see the harmony that existed among the Vist family and Foundation, the Earth Federation government, and the Anaheim Corporation of her husband's side come to an end. Martha mobilizes the Independent Federation fleet, Londo Bell, directing it towards Industrial 7 to stop the exchange from coming to fruition. With no knowledge of this, Cardaeus begins negotiations with Subaroa Zinnerman, the Sleeves representative, and states that he will be handing over not Laplace's box, but the key. Cardaeus explains that it will take someone qualified to use the key to open Laplace's box, and warns that its power, if misused, could destroy the world. With his words, he tries gauging whether the Sleeves are qualified or not. In the critical moment of negotiations, a fight breaks out between Zinnerman's subordinate and Londo Bell, turning the inside of Industrial 7 into a war zone. Believing this to be a trap set by the Foundation, Zinnerman cuts off negotiations. As destruction ensues, Banagher and his friends begin evacuating. Banagher, who accompanied Audrey to the mansion, is told by Cardaeus to leave, and is cast aside even by Audrey herself. He leaves the mansion. Banagher is crestfallen from having his earnest desire to help her rejected. Oof, rejection's tough, buddy. But after having witnessed his friends perish in battle, worried about Audrey's safety, he makes a break for the mansion in search of her. He reaches a hangar owned by the Vist Foundation. There, he finds the RX-0, the mobile suit known as the Unicorn, and very key of which Cardaeus spoke. And the very key. What is this? Ah, it's you. Where is she? Where's Audrey? Don't worry about her. This isn't her first time cheating death, and it won't be her last. Don't tell me you left her behind. You were planning on escaping in this mobile suit, weren't you? Even if I did, I wouldn't survive long.
何なんだよあんた
What the hell is wrong with you? You act like you're so superior, but you can't do a thing!
オードリーは戦争を止めるため
Audrey came to you trying to stop this war from breaking out, and you had the power to do so, didn't you?
みんな
Those people, they had plans for tomorrow, for the next week. They weren't supposed to die like
死に方
this.
じゃありませんよ少なくとも母さん
I lost my mother, but that was different. This isn't the way people should die. It's wrong.
人は動物と
People
は
are not animals. We must value the sanctity of life.
ならん。なのに我々大
We
人は
adults should know
無駄
better,
な血を流しす
but
ぎ
we
て
have caused far too much meaningless bloodshed.
地球を
Not
食い
only
潰し
did we harm the
宇
Earth,
宙に派
we
遣
devoured its resources to exploit new frontiers in space.
今こそ人は自らを律し
Humanity must endeavor to
運命
regain
を
its
取り戻さね
dignity.
ば
We must revive the hope that was born 100 years ago,
内なる可能性を持って
with the possibility that lies within, and demonstrate the true strength and compassion of humanity.
人間だけが神を
Humanity alone has a God,
超える
the
力
power to transcend the
と
now,
いう内なる
the inner God that is our potential.
ここまで来た
You've come
その
this
気持
far,
ちが揺らがぬ自
but are you
信
sure
は
that your conviction will not waver?
彼女が背負っているものは
The weight she has to bear is immense.
共に
You'll
行
need
く
the
には
resolve to carry the burden of the world on your shoulders with her.
はいるそ
Do
れで
you
は
have what it takes?
自信とか
I don't have any confidence, no resolve. All I know is I need her to need me.
必要
ならば
Then take this with you.
お前をふさわしい乗り手と判断
If you
すれ
can
ば
prove yourself to be a
ユ
suitable
ニコーンは無の
pilot,
力を与え
the
る
unicorn will grant you powers
道
unrivaled.
も開くだろ
Then, it will show you the path to Laplace's box.
ラプラスの箱
Laplace's box?
う我らがビスト一族
A
を
curse that has sentenced the Vist family to serve as its guardians for 100 years. But if used
に
properly,
よっては
could bring a ray of hope to this universal
こ
century.
のアンナは
Your mother,
この呪縛
Anna,
お前を
didn't
取り
want you
込
to
ませた
fall
くない
victim to this curse,
私
so
の
she
前から
took you from me. She must still hate me, and I imagine you do too.
だが行け
You must go,
恐れるな
but have no
自分の
fear.
中の可能性を
If
信
you have
じ
faith in the potential that lies within,
道は
and
お
give
の
it
ずと
your
開
all,
ける
the path will reveal itself.
そんな
What? You can't say all that to me now?
許してほしい
Please
お
forgive
前
me.
とはもっ
I
と
wanted to be with you so much longer.
バナージ私の
Banagher,
望みは叶った
my
よ
wish has finally come true. Anna.
父さん
Father! Ugh.
私のたった一つの望み
My only wish.
可能性の獣
The beast of
希望の象
possibility.
徴
The symbol of hope.
父さん
Father.
母さんごめん
Mother. I'm sorry.
俺は
I'll be going. Are these readings of a mobile suit? Are these readings of a mobile suit? Ugh!
ここから
Get out! Get out of here! We didn't get to see Stark Yeagan pilot almost take out Merida. I'll shoot you down! Gah! Huh? That unidentified single horde type changed shape. No, it morphed! Attention, bridge! The machine currently engaging the Sleeves Quadwing appears to be a Gundam type. Ah, Gundam! It's a Gundam! Day of the Unicorn. Victory conditions. Destroy all enemy units. Let's go! Alright, that side we have just the attack types. So, I say we need to get Soletta into good range. Specifically, so Guest Force Banana. Oh, you only got the Tonfa. Okay, that's fine. Gundam. Gundam. Gundams are the enemy! Ha! The negotiations broke down. Prepare to withdraw, Merida. Master, I understand. Oh, you can reach. Okay. You don't have extra chance steps, so I guess just... take out that Girazulu. And then take out that Girazulu. Meanwhile, you... can take out that. And then take out that. And the Guest Force Unicorn can hop over here, and with that, the west side is done. Toss a map just for fun. And you can wipe out the last guy. And that's the stage taken care of. Hooray! $17,000. Yeah, we got a scout. Alright. Let's move on to Full Frontal's Pursuits. Right there, since we did unlock Banana!
自信とか覚悟なんてない。だけど
Alright, so who can we add to the list? We're clearly gonna add the, Yagani Koas type and Daguzamaki. Get you some levels. Force guard, support defense, increased range. Very respectable. Free squad stays as it is, and let's continue on. I guess we could take a look at dev diagram, see what we want to take a peek at. Oh yeah, we got quite a bit here. GM2 Semi-Striker, okay. That's a weird one. Let's grab a second Loto and use that to develop the gun cannon detector. Okay. I know that that's like a gun cannon that's used for not electronics warfare, but holy frick! How long is this dev tree? No wonder. Jeez, 178 just to get a full armor unicorn Gundam destroy mode. Yeesh. Not surprised with how many it needs to go through, but still. 213 for a Banshee Norn destroy mode. Wow. These people really hate us. That's Nor. So, I'll just go ahead and bulk develop 2 of these. Jagen Type D. And use that to get ourselves a prototype Stark Jagen. Oh, that's like the old school Stark Jagen, the one with the 4 big missiles. That's from Char's Counterattack Variations. And let's get ourselves an Anksha. Yeah, nice stuff. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm just glad we got unit assembly units, making it easier on us, and we don't need to mess with that dev tree. And just kind of let it passively grow for a bit. A Zaku Sniper. No, not you. You. Gyaradoga sleeves. Yeah, let's see how bad. Oof. This one's gonna be painful. It's combining two SSRs. How much is a bulk development gonna cost? Well, less development materials, 211, but you need 9 technical journals. Because you need the Neo Zeong, the Sinanju, and the Shamblo. Oh. I hate it already. Let's get ourselves another one of these. So we can get ourselves a Gyaradoga Heavy Armed type. And of course my goal is to 3-star every single thing. Alright, well, let's go Full Frontal's Pursuit. see how things go. After fending off the sleeves, Banagher loses consciousnous in the cockpit. The Londo Bell ship, Nail Argama, retrieves the Unicorn. On board the ship is Audrey, as well as Banagher's friends, Takuya Ire and Mikot Barch. The three were in the middle of evacuating from the colony when Ensign Riddy Marcenas, Londo Bell pilot, rescued them and kept them under his protection. In Nail Argama's mobile suit deck, the crew has begun working on the retrieved Unicorn to get its cockpit to open. But the mobile suit is equipped with a robust security system, making even opening the hatch an arduous task. Wow! They finally developed security! Oh, Cursed Pilot, dude! I'm sorry, I missed your chats. I totally didn't see those. Because I forgot to pull up Rumble Chat in the chat aggregator. I'm so sorry, man. That is totally my fault. Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. I have 10 models of Gunpla. Glad to see people also enjoy my hobby. Yeah, I very much enjoy it. Gundam's so fun, and you also win the award of being the final person to get me the 20 chatters I need for the month of February. Thank you so much. Commander Daguza Makol of the ECOAS Special Operations Group surmises that the Unicorn may be hiding something related to Laplace's box. It might, you know, be the key itself. Although Londo Bell operations to stop Laplace's box from being handed over could be called a success, its members find themselves confused regarding their next steps. Even the crew of the Nihil Argama, the task force itself, could not grasp what the brains behind the operation, Anaheim Electronics, were planning. I really feel so bad calling it Anaheim Co. Anaheim Co. just feels wrong. Yeah, they still have the Anaheim Electronics logo. Part of this confusion stems from Alberto Vist, a Vist family member who was dispatched by Martha of Anaheim Electronics. I'm gonna keep calling it Anaheim Electronics. I can't stand Anaheim Co. To prevent Laplace's box from being opened, he had received the order to transport the Unicorn back to Von Braun, a city on the moon where Anaheim Electronics headquarters are located. Now, I guess I could mention, I used to live in Anaheim for like 5 years. 5-minute drive from Disneyland. It's kind of fun. To this end, he is willing to resort to any means, as demonstrated by when he shot his own father Cardeus during the chaos that struck Industrial 7. Oof. Having secured the Unicorn, Alberto insists to set out for Von Braun. On the other hand, Daguza suggests the Space Fortress Luna 2 as their next destination. While Londo Bell operates following the agenda of Anaheim Electronics, Daguza and ECOAS are under top-secret orders to seize Laplace's box, if given the opportunity. Luna 2 is on the far side of Earth. The moon is right next to us. That's exactly why our enemy will expect us to head there. I think a detour course for Luna 2 is a wiser choice. Will all remaining resources last long enough for that route? Commander, you're being overly anxious. Anyone would be anxious about traveling with no hope of backup. We're in this situation because of civilians who put pressure on the military chain of command. cut the transmission line right now. I've heard enough. I know that Ecoas can do as they please during operations, but I'll brook no interference from them while on my ship. The same goes for that prima donna from Anaheim. There's no use in complaining if he can't hear you. There's also no consequences if you can't hear me. Amidst differing intentions and a lack of leadership, the Unicorn security system is finally bypassed, and the cockpit hatch opens. Huh? Huh? Banasher, but why? It wasn't a pilot? As commotion breaks out across the ship, Banasher is carried off to the infirmary. Shortly afterward, Banasher regains consciousness and is greeted by the sight of Dagusa, who has shown up to question him about the relationship between Laplace's box and the Unicorn. Without a hint of compassion, Dagusa orders Banasher's doctor and friends who are visiting to leave. But upon seeing Audrey, he feels that he has seen her before, even though they were never supposed to have met. Dagusa, with only Banasher himself and his Ecoas soldiers left in the infirmary, begins questioning Banasher. However, Banasher's story does not convince any of the Ecoas members, who are unaware of his ties to the with the Vist family. Iggy, what up, my man? A tall tale. You're telling me Cardaeus Vist gave that mobile suit to a mere boy like yourself? So did he say anything else when he gave you this Gundam? Like I said, he told me to take the mobile suit and protect everyone. That's all. Would it be easier to believe if I said he was my father? What? Dagusa and the Ecoas soldiers' astonishment in response to Banasher's words is cut short when the ship shakes violently. The Sleeves have launched an attack to get their hands on the Unicorn, the key to Laplace's box. As all hands scramble to respond to the threat, Nail Argama's sensors pick up an incoming mobile suit. I've got intense heat signatures approaching at high speed. It's right above us. Are they missiles? No, sir. Judging by their flight paths, I'd say they're mobile suits. But are they navigating the debris? It's impossible. The lead machine is approaching 3 times faster than the others. Show me the power of your new Gundam! Are these the same guys who attacked the colony? Banasher! Audrey! Banasher, listen to me. That mobile suit is registered to your biometric data, so it can't function without you, right? That's what I was told, but how do you know that? Run away with me. We can make it if we go now. We can go back to Industrial 7. You should sneak onto a cargo ship, travel to another side, then go into hiding. In the meantime, I'll think of a way to dispose of the mobile suit. Otherwise, it's too dangerous. It must not fall into anyone else's hands. Wait a minute! You can't expect me to just say okay while I'm in the dark! It's not fair for you to try and sway me in that tone of voice. We have to escape to the moon now! That's the Sinanju! It's the Red Comet! He's unstoppable! 2 years ago, our experimental mobile suit, MSN-06, was stolen by the Neo Zeon while it was being transferred from Granada to a testing ground at Von Braun. The Federation forces that were sent to get it back were completely wiped out. They say the one responsible is Full Frontal. The second coming of Shar Aznable, the Red Comet! I've heard stories. The ghost of Shar who destroyed 2 Klopp-class ships with a single mobile suit. But Shar went missing during the Second Neo-Zeon War and wasn't heard from again. Be that as it may, your men don't stand a chance in those mobile suits. The Unicorn was built based on data collected from the Sinanju. We've got to get out of here now! If you run now, we'll only get attacked from behind. Transfer data about the Sinanju to each section of the ship. Whoever this enemy is, it's no ghost. Inform the mobile suit teams too. You stubborn idiot! If they believe the box is on the ship, they shouldn't be going for the engines, but should be aiming to neutralize, then capture the ship. Well, it's hard to imagine that a single mobile suit can pull that off. This ship is carrying something of equal importance to them as the box. What do you want to do? Not what you must, but want. Tell me what you truly want to do. Audrey? You know why I'm here, right? Ship's bow, trajectory set, catapult hatches 1 through 4 are open. Mobile suits, get into launch positions. Norm Basilicock, Romeo 1, moving out. Basilicock, nah. Riddy Marsanus, Romeo 8, here I go. Full Frontal's pursuit. Defeat Full Frontal. So yeah, there's the guest force. There's that force. Okay, well. Oh, shoot. Alright, well. Good. You can reach for the support. Oh, wow. Even with the support, we won't get it. Let's see, Riddy Marsanus. With the beam rifle. No, not enough to get the kill. Okay. Fine. You advance. 3,500, 4,500, 4,500. Hyper Mega Particle Cannon. With Soletta supporting. Now that should be sufficient to get the beam rifle kill. Let's see what this red comet can do! Well, it seems some of these pilots are quite skilled. Condition achieved! To think there was a pilot of this caliber. I admit I had underestimated the opposition. Captain, these small fry aren't worth any more of your time. Allow the guards and myself to deal with the rest. Angelo, you needn't worry about such a trifling matter. Captain, please, let me handle this. Very well. I shall leave this to you, but don't get careless. Alright, Full Frontal has been defeated. You can go quite a bit in that direction. Alright, well. Yegini Kostai. Beam Saber. Toss a beam cannon. And another beam cannon. You take out that Girazulu. Sure, take that one out. Bazooka! I guess we'll want to go with you. 1. 2. 'Who dares stand in the captain's way? Well, it's none other than Soletta, the autistic Tanuki. How could I have been defeated by the likes of the Federation? Mega Beam Launcher. And there we go. That's another stage beaten. They even got Angelo, huh? It would be unwise to let them have their way any longer. Unfortunately for them, I shall extinguish any hope they had, and teach them that this short-lived victory was nothing but a fluke. At this rate, everyone's going to die! All enemy combatants, do you read me? You are ordered to cease fire immediately. We are holding Mineva Zabi captive aboard this ship. What? Mineva Zabi? Battle clear. unlocked. We can get ready. All right. Do we continue on? Well, obviously we need to wrap this episode up, so thank you everybody for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.